Hi, my name is Lionel. I'm going to be doing a review today of Big Brother 19, season premiere, and give you my thoughts and, everything that went down in it and what I liked, what I didn't like. So, Big Brother 19 starts off the typical way that every season starts. Everybody finds their key, and all that stuff. Everybody gives an introduction about themselves, blah, 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 blah. I hate that fucking part, to be honest. They do this shit every fucking year. Everybody's supposed to be randomly finds the key in a gym bag or their fucking locker or whatever shit. I fucking hate that shit. Let me know what y'all think, in the comment section about that segment every year. I've always been annoyed by it. I find it stupid. But basically, it starts off, they put 8 house guests standing outside. They let them go in 2 groups of 4. Then, they're all mingling aside a little bit. Then they let the other 8 come by afterwards, go to commercial break. The other 8 are standing. They let them go in 2 groups of 4. Everybody goes in. Everybody's, chatting, going to their, claims their bed or whatever. Goes in the couch, introduces themselves, typical Big Brother stuff. That happens every year. Anybody super fan obviously knows this. So basically, Julie tells them this will be the season of temptation, and with every temptation that you take, if you take the temptation, there will be a consequence for every temptation that you take. So she says the first temptation will begin now. They all go to the back, and when they go to the back now, basically, and this was a 2-hour season premiere, by the way. When they all go to the back, they're all got this thing that they got to sit in, and nobody can see anybody else, what anybody else is doing. So basically, what happens now is everybody has a thing in their hand, a button to press. So when they press this button now, what happens is Julie will give them the temptation. Whoever's the first to press the button gets it. If at least one person presses it, the whole house will have to face a consequence. But she doesn't tell them what the consequence is, by the way. So the temptation is $25,000 to whoever's the first person to press the button. If it's me, I'm fucking pressing it. I don't care what anybody says. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm fucking taking the money. They offer me fucking $25,000. I'm fucking taking that shit. Anytime they offer me money, period, I'm taking that shit. You got some idiot saying, I ain't taking it, oh, it's not worth it, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it fucking is. If you're the first one gone, it was worth it. You take it because you gotta look at yourself as an individual. And if there's 15 other people I'm competing with, at least one motherfucker is taking that shit. At least one person's taking it. So you gotta make sure, if you know one person's gonna take it, make sure you're the one person who actually gets the damn thing. Because you're gonna have to face the consequence. So you at least might as well try to get it. So you had a guy, older guy, forgot his name, he's 55 years old, stay-at-home dad, he gets it. So Julie says that whoever takes it, which was this older guy, forgot his name, he basically will remain anonymous. So nobody knows who did it. Nobody likes it, everybody's nervous. They're all sitting in the living room, the doorbell rings. You see Paul from last season come out. I fucking hate Paul. He's the guy who came 2nd place last year. I thought he was fucking annoying as shit. He kept saying, your boy this, your boy that. Fuck out of here. Nobody likes his ass. At least I don't. I thought he was stupid strategically. But he was lucky to make it to final 2 as far as I'm concerned. So he comes into the game. That was part of the consequence for taking the 25 grand. And Julie tells them afterward. So then Julie also says part of the consequences is for Paul coming into the game, he's going to take one of your spots. He's telling the other 16 house guys he's taking one of your spots. And basically Julie Chen tells him go get a box from the storage room. He gets the box in the storage room, opens it, and has bracelets that say friendship. So basically Julie Chen says you got to choose 8 people here to give this bracelet to. Whoever you give it to cannot be eliminated tonight. Because it's going to be elimination tonight. They're all sucking up to him. Eventually he chooses the 8 people. He mixes it up with both guys and girls. So now they go to the back. Julie Chen says, alright, the remaining 8 people will compete in the competition. Whoever wins this is safe from the nomination as well. So what ended up happening is they go to the back now. And they got these swing sets back there. They all have to go on the swing. As he tells them, instead of sitting down, they got to stand up on it and then hold on to a rope that's above them. And whoever holds on the longest wins. So it's an endurance competition. What ended up happening is she basically tells them, when you get eliminated, you have to pick an apple. There'll be apples, when they get kicked off. They have to pick one. And at the end, they'll open up the apple. If you have a poison apple, that means you are nominated for eviction. And there's going to be 3 poison apples. If you get a non-poison apple, then obviously you're safe. And there's going to be 5 of those. So basically, let me tell you how the elimination went. Basically, you had a girl named Jillian, a girl from blonde hair. I believe she sells timeshares from Vegas. She fell after 3 minutes. You had a girl named Megan who plays video games, tall, blonde, thick. She falls after 6 minutes. You got Josh, Latin guy, just like Josiah from last season. He reminds me of him. Fucking hate him. He falls in 7 minutes on purpose after hearing a clue. Because Julie Chen was giving him clues on which apples are the safe ones. Cameron, who's like a nerdy guy, white guy, nerdy, pale, has a short haircut. He falls after 10 minutes. He tried to look weak, so he purposely fell. Yet Christmas, who's the hottest chick in the house as far as I'm concerned, falls after 22 minutes for the same reason she wanted to look weak. She has tattoos, athletic body, hot as hell. Then you had a guy named Matt, falls after an hour and 12 minutes. Muscular dude, had that all-American look, blah, blah, blah. Then you got a guy named, you got a girl named Alex, who stood on there for an hour and 25 minutes. This girl, Alex, reminds me of the girl, kind of looks like Paola from a couple of years ago, from season 16. But she actually can, hold her own in a competition. So every one of them had to choose an apple, and at the very end they revealed the apple. The 3 people who got the poison apple was Jillian, who was the first one to go. She actually got it. You actually had Cameron, who was the 4th person to fall. He ended up getting a poison apple. And you had Christmas, who was the person who fell right after him. So the 1st, the 4th, and the 5th people were the ones who got it. What ended up happening is basically they went inside. Julie tells them this is how it's gonna go down. Julie tells them, you 3 are gonna have to decide how you want this nomination, how you want this eviction to go down. Do you want it to go down with the house guests vote you out, or do you want it to go down where it's where you compete in a competition and whoever comes 3rd place is eliminated? So they each have to go in the diary room and vote. Cameron, the guy, chose competition. The 2 girls chose voting. So they did a vote, and basically the vote went down where Cameron, unfortunately, gets eliminated with 8 votes. Christmas had 3, and the other girl, Jillian, only had 2 votes against her. Actually, no, Jillian had 3 votes. Christmas had 3. Cameron goes home. He's a super fan. I fucking hate the fact that a super fan went home, because I'm a super fan myself. Thought I was like to root for him. And he definitely seemed very devastated. He was definitely sad. I fucking hate everybody, for the most part, pretty much seemed sad that he was gone. Everybody was like on shock. I fucking hate the fact that they did this twist. I hate these twists. Like when Glenn got kicked out last year, Jody got kicked out. You get a chance, you get kicked out before you even fucking get to play the game. You're a super fan. You get to finally get a fucking opportunity to play. You go through this whole grueling process just to fucking not even be there for like half a damn day. I fucking hate it. But unfortunately, they did this twist because the old guy pressed to take the temptation, which I would have done the same fucking thing too, by the way. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, whether y'all would have took the $25,000 or not. I think you're a damn fool if you don't take it. But unfortunately, Cameron went home. I hate the fact that Paul's there. I hate when they give these veterans a second chance. Hopefully these rookies ain't stupid enough and actually keep them freaking around. But I don't like the fact that they kick a person out before you can even get emotionally invested in the goddamn house guests. Because it's like, you're just sad for anyone who gets kicked out, because you're like, they didn't even get a chance to play the game. It's not whether you don't even get a chance to hate them or love them. It's like, what the fuck? Before you can even form an opinion, they're gone. And I look at it from a human standpoint. I'm like, give these people a shot to play when you fucking gave Paul a shot. I fucking hate that, but it is what it is. Big Brother loves their past fucking house guests. He's a favorite of, the producers, which another fucking reason why I want him to lose. I fucking hate Paul, personally. I thought he was a fucking idiot, but let me know what y'all think. Leave your thoughts on who you like, who you don't like, and any questions you may have.